Okay, so we're back up. Okay, so the next thing we had on Raw was JBL's appraisal of HBK. Um, Basically, like, JBL was saying, he's like, Sean, he's like, we had a business agreement. He's like, you would work for me and you would get me into the WrestleMania main event as world champion, and you haven't lived up to that. And then HBK is like, he's like, he's like, I was the one that put Cena on top of you at the pay-per-view, and I was about ready to beat John Cena last week until you interfered. He's like, so all the blame goes back on you. And JBL's like, yeah, right, blah blah blah, and he's like, bitching at him, and he's like, I bet you'd like to, knock my teeth down my throat. And HBK's like, you bet I will. And JBL's like, well, I've got a proposal for you. At No Way Out, we're gonna have a match, and basically it's gonna be all or nothing. And then basically he's saying if HBK wins, then or Michaels wins, then Michaels is free of JBL's contract, and JBL will like have to pay him the rest of the money on the contract, but he's like free to do his own thing again. But if JBL wins, then he owns Shawn Michaels. Like anything he wants to that Shawn Michaels wants to do or something, he owns it. Like if JBL wanted to create like a planet in the solar system, and he was like, this is Shawn Michaels' planet, JBL would own the planet. So just like that kind of thing. Though if JBL could create planets in the solar system, it'd be pretty scary. So let's see. So Shawn accepts the match, and then JBL's like trying to punk him out, because basically if Shawn hits him, he the match is off the table forever. So he's like poking him, then he slaps him at one point, and then Shawn's just like, the rage is building up, but it's like he leaves the ring, and the other's like, oh, Shawn Michaels is walking away from the fight. And it's like, well, duh, because if he hits him, he's not gonna have the thing on his table. So, yeah. All right, what's next? Let's see. Next we have Kane and Stephanie backstage talking, and Steph's like, "Is it done?" And Kane's like, "Yeah." And then Steph's like, "Okay, you're gonna be in the Elimination Chamber, and next week on Raw, it's gonna be Undertaker versus Orton." So that'll be pretty cool to see, because I haven't seen Undertaker wrestle in a long time, because I don't watch SmackDown, just because I don't have the ability to, because I don't have my network TV. And it's like, yeah, I could call my local cable operator to provide me with it or something, but that's a lot of money I gotta spend for like one channel for like one show that I would watch. And plus I'm busy as hell at college, so I don't have that time, unfortunately. So let's see, they remind us that Flair's gonna be on Raw next week, which is cool. He's gonna address Jericho. And then we get to the main event, Jericho versus Cena, one-on-one. Pretty good matchup, pretty good main event, I think. Cena wins the matchup with the STFU. Aside from this though, here's a problem I have with this. Okay, again, it's the whole Cena being Superman thing and always winning. Every time Jericho and Cena have a match, Jericho never wins. I don't think he's ever beat Cena. And then, you got to figure too, at the Elimination Chamber match, they're having Cena versus 6 guys, and it's kind of like, yeah, most of us know Cena's going to retain the title, but it's like, on TV, shouldn't they play it out like, Cena could be in big trouble with his title or whatever. Like, why not have Jericho to get a victory on Cena, Or if nothing else after the match, just beat the shit out of him, just beat the shit out of him for a while. And, just, make it look like, is Cena in good shape or something? Because that's the thing too, back in the day with Stone Cold and all them, it's they used to promote the odds are stacked against them, but it's nowadays it's oh, Cena's gonna win, whoop-de-deal. So that's one problem I have. And something I forgot to say at the beginning of my video, about the whole Rosa Mendez thing with Lawler. So how come they don't call Cena's move the FU anymore, but Lawler could say something well, I don't know much about Rosa Mendez's background, but I sure do like her foreground. It's he can say that, but he can't say, that's the FU. I think the Lawler said something about when Cena went for that move, they called it the attitude adjustment or something. What the fuck's that? I thought they were calling it the throwback or something. They just keep coming up with different names for it. They should just call it like flips or something, so it could be like, get you on the flip side or something. You know, it's just stupid. So, okay, so that's pretty much it for the Raw review. Overall, I thought it was a good Raw. And I want to plug my Florida orange juice here that I'm drinking. If TNA was smart, they would have had like the Naturals come out with like a carton of Florida natural orange juice, and then they could have been like, you could be natural like us or whatever. You know, kind of lame, but it would have worked, I think. So yeah, check out my little interesting story slash TNA Don West making fun of video that I'm gonna do next. You might like it. So peace out, guys.